I've been shocked recently by how many people are shocked by Biden's behavior. This should not be a surprise to anybody. I mean, look at the man's history. The guy has been an oily snake oil salesman for the entirety of his political career. The guy's never held a real job. He has spent his entire life bilking off the people, enriching his family, his brothers, his sons, you name it, and himself. He's been lining his pockets for years. None of this should be shocking to you guys. It really shouldn't be. I don't know how anyone can be shocked by the man's behavior, or his actions, or lack thereof. The people you should be upset with is the people who put him there. The people whose brains were so broken they elected a fucking plank of wood, a venal house plant, a fucking bookend to be president because Orange Man bad. Now, ironically, the people affected in the wildfires in Maui largely supported the installation of this man because, again, Orange Man bad. Look, a lot of children were killed in that fire, so I'm not trying to make light of it, but anyone who was under the impression that Joe Biden was going to treat American citizens like he treats Ukrainian oligarchs, there's nothing in it for him. There's no benefit in it for him. So what were you thinking? Honestly. What planet were you living on where you thought that he was going to do the right thing by these people? And that's the other thing, that the people who voted for Biden, I'll share you a quick story. I picked up a Tesla a while ago. It was coming from a repair shop back to a residence. The customer was just too busy to go pick up their own car when the repairs were complete. And I was unloading the vehicle, and the customer, I don't know what her name was, she came out and she was very upset that the large truck delivering her electric vehicle was running at high RPMs in her driveway. And I had to explain to her that in order to put the bed down in the truck, I need to put the PTO on and put the RPMs up so I can get the vehicle off. She then broke into a little tirade about, how all vehicles need to go electric and Okay, yeah. And I'm doing my very best in that, situation to just shut my mouth and do my job and get the hell out of there. Because if I engage, I'm going to get fired because I'm going to make this woman cry, right? She says in the end, she goes, oh, well, I'm sure, it's very expensive to run that truck. I said, yeah, well, diesel prices are expensive. But I said, you know what? I mean, I can't complain because it's expensive for everything, for everybody, everywhere. And I said, I don't know how people are getting by. And she said, well, people they're going to have to get electric cars. And it just came out. I'm like, well, not everyone can afford electric cars. If they want them, they can't afford them. And she says, well, they're just going to have to adapt or ride the bus. Now, mind you, this lady's garage on like a Tuesday afternoon at 1 o'clock, the garage is bigger than my house. You could put 3 of my houses in their garage. Never mind the house. Never mind the private bridge I had to cross to get to their property, past all their BLM and we believe in science and love is love signs. All right? So you know exactly who these people are. What gets me is the absolute disconnect between these people who live out in Concord and Lexington and Swellesley, who have no fucking earthly idea what it's like to have less than they have. Now look, I'm not begrudging them their wealth. Obviously her husband earned it. And I'm not saying that to be sexist. I'm saying if you're at home on a Tuesday at 1 o'clock and you're as dumb as a box of rubber tits, I highly doubt you're the one earning the money. But they earned it nonetheless, and good for them. I don't begrudge them that. Am I envious that their kid's play set in their yard is larger than my house? I'm envious for my children, because I'd like them to have that. I don't need the large house. I don't need any of that shit. But what rung in my ears was just the dismissiveness and the contempt in her tone. Like, well, fucking poor bastards will have to ride the bus. It's like, oh, God. But these are the people. These are the people that put people like Joe Biden in office. They put the moral virtue signs out on their lawn. They got the Black Lives Matter sign out on their lawn, and there ain't a black person around for 400 square miles in that area. Love is love. Hate has no home here was my, she had a hate has no home here and a stop Asian hate. And when I see the stop Asian hate sign, it's like, you know who's committing most of the Asian hate, right? Oh, white supremacy, I know. Oh, the hate has no home here. I'm pretty sure if I were to tell her, I think abortion is murder, I'd see some fucking hate on display, wouldn't I? Yeah. In any case, I'm done rambling. Happy Wednesday. Yeah, don't be angry with Joe Biden. He's not doing anything other than Joe Biden has always done. You shouldn't be angry at a rattlesnake for being a rattlesnake, right? Same thing. All right, have a good one.